Alright, so now I'm gonna head on this boardwalk here to the next habitat. African lion. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this is the lion habitat. I kind of saw some of the habitat from the tram ride. As you can see, there's the road the tram goes on. So we did see some of the lion habitat from there. I'm going to see if I can find the lions. Another side view of the lions. Still looking for them. It's nice information here. Lions as hunters. Some field camp notes. Current African lion status. Where have all the lions gone? Group. Rubbing heads.
Okay, in a few minutes.
Here's another side view of the lions. Still looking for the lions. More information about lions. It says lions often rest up to 20 hours each day. That's nice. A female. A male. Yes, apparently this viewing area for the habitat is closed off, but looks like you can still see some of the habitat. Trying to find the lions, but I'm not really seeing them, so we'll check back here later during my rewalk. Hopefully he'll be out. So I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I just did all of this here because I went to the African woods and the African outpost, and then I went on the Africa tram that took me right past the African plains. So now I'm going to head up this trail here. I'm going to go past the Kijami Overlook, I believe that's what it says, then go past the campground, check out the Elephant Valley here, and then that will take me right into this area. I'm going to go see the Tiger Trail. So over here is a little splash area here, or an area for the little kids to cool off in. We got this area here. I'm not exactly sure what this is for, but I'm guessing this might be where they have their little cheetah runs. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've been to the zoo. So in that direction is the lion camp. So now I'm going to head in this direction here and continue seeing everything else. Here I got the Kijami Overlook. So this is actually a restaurant here. So apparently I was hoping to see if I could get a nice view of the African Plains section, but apparently the restaurant is only for people that are coming here to eat. So I'm actually going to continue my way and see everything else. Alright, over here we got these tents. I believe it's called Roar and Snort, where you can spend the night in these little tents here at the zoo at night, I think. These are all the different animals we're going to see. We got Cape Buffalo, Eastern White-Bearded Wildebeest, Giraffe, Lake Victoria Defasa Waterbuck, Fridge-Eared Oryx, Southern White Rhinoceros, Thompson's Gazelle, and Kenya Impala. Wow, this is beautiful. It's a view of the African Plains area. It's beautiful. You can kind of see there's some trucks out there in the distance because over here is another side view of the African Plains. It looks super beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, this is just super beautiful. I believe that's the Impala out there. Yes, you can see there's the Impala out there. Oh boy, you see the buffalo. Oh, there's 3 Cape Buffalo going down the hill. I can see the little trucks out there in the distance. So with the name Safari in its name, they also do have private safari tours they do here. Because I actually have gone on them before, and I remember in the Asian fields or Asia Plains section of the safari park, you can actually feed their rhinos they have in that area. And I also believe I got to feed the giraffes before. You can see the Cape buffaloes now going down by the road. Yeah, so right there, the worker was just telling me that they actually just got a brand new frigid oryx. You can see it's actually right there between the trees. Yeah, because that's the brand new ad they just added today. Very neat. You can see it walking by there. And they also do have a zip line here that I believe goes up around this area of the savannah, looks like. Which does not seem like it is running at the moment, but I'm probably not going to go on it today. And so from over here, you can kind of see the impala a little closer. You can also see the giraffes from here as well. There's some giraffes down there, looks like. Alright, so from over here I can see they got a much clearer, closer view of the frigid oryx. Yeah, so that's the new one that has joined the safari.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Yeah, so I backtracked to these signs here, so I've completed pretty much almost all of Africa, so now I'm going to follow the signs and head towards the elephant. Yeah, so I went up on the elevator and I'm back at the top here. There's some very important info here. Nice. Waste not, want not. Wow, this is nice. Yeah, I can see they're doing some construction on the balloon safari. This gives you a really great view of the savannah habitat. Yeah, so this zoo is actually located in the San Pascal Valley, so see all the mountains around us. So the zoo is kind of in a valley. Alright, so to get to the elephants, I actually have to backtrack the way I came. Yeah, so I'm now going to have to backtrack this way towards the elephants. I'm going to get in line for the elephant viewing. Alright, so I'm in line here for the elephant habitat. Yes, we do have a guide here. We're now making our way towards the elephants. Hopefully we'll get to see some elephants out today. I'm going on the trail and you can see there's an elephant.
Dito lang.
Here on the road. We're going to head to the left up that little platform there with that umbrella. And we'll see what we can see from there. Hopefully some are closer, but I can't come any closer for it if they don't want to.
Yeah, it looks like they're building a brand new Elephant Valley habitat. Looks like it's a brand new area that they're building. Alright, you see some elephants.
You see some other ones out here?
Yeah. There's a big one up there on the hill.
Also got another one right there.
These are
Who gets to see that besides the construction workers?
Asian elephants, just the males will grow.
Yeah, so they're doing some construction in that area.
Bigger with the construction. They have a little over 8 acres.
It's got another African elephant in the back.
Side of things and doing upgrades to their space. Sorry, you were wondering how big they are? So African males are a little bit different in size.
There we go.
The average size for adult females is about 8,000 pounds. The 3 females we have are right around there. They're also about 9 feet tall. So like from this elevated platform, even if they're right in front of us, it's kind of hard to gauge their size. So like 9 feet is about the height of me holding up this top side. So if they're standing right next to us, that's how tall they would be.
Look at the elephant in the back.
They're pretty big. The largest elephant that was ever found out in Africa was an adult male that was 14 feet tall and weighed almost 24,000 pounds.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Almost the height of a full-grown giraffe, but you know, not.
So nice habitat for the elephant.
The ones that we have here are 2 6.5-year-olds, and I believe that's one of the 6-year-olds that's walking away from us a little bit there. I believe that's Zuli.
Bigger than 6 years.
do have some water for them to be in.
Kind of camouflage in over there.
It's really nice. You got a nice view of that elephant in the back.
They sleep standing up, and they only sleep in short naps. They only get up to around 4 hours of sleep. Smaller. Yeah, just got really naps.
Looks like the elephant's now moving.
Big leather straps around the leg to get their step count.
Such a cool animal.
Elephants here walk about 5 or 6 miles every day. They compared that to elephants that were in the wild in Kenya that they put GPS tracking points. And they found that those elephants in the wild walk about the same amount each day as our elephants here during the wet season. During the dry season, those elephants in the wild had to walk much farther to get to their food and water sources. They recorded them going every once in a while up to 50 miles. We don't make our animals do that. We don't import it.
I see a third elephant just came out.
They'll make a circle to protect the younger and smaller ones. They'll put those first in the middle. Like I mentioned, 8,000 pound adult one of our animals there.
For the younger one.
Those African lions, the biggest they get, I mean, it's still really big compared to you and me, 550 pounds. But compared to you get, you know,
So right over here is the little safari trucks they have there, where you can do the private tours, I guess. Going on by.
So folks, after this truck goes by, our tiny dog is about up.
Alright, so that was very cool getting to see the elephants. I especially enjoyed getting to see the elephants because I got some good videos of them. So I believe I got to see 3 elephants, or 4 actually, because there was one in the back. So yeah, because they're actually doing some construction on their elephant habitat. It's going to be a new area called Elephant Valley, but luckily I still got to see the elephants in the habitat they're currently in. So yeah, I really enjoyed getting to see the elephants. Alright, so I'm back at this area. I'm going to go have some lunch at the Mombasa Cooker. Showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I just had my lunch, so I'm back over here. So I saw the elephants, then had my lunch. So now I'm going to head in this direction towards the Tiger Trail. I'm probably going to check out the Tiger Trail, then head to the Walkabout Australia. And after that, I'll check out the Condor Ridge. Here's some more information about elephants. There's some follow the signs here towards the Condor Ridge. But first the Tiger Trail, then the Australian Walkabout, and then Condor Ridge afterwards. Bizarre little gift shop here. So over here is where they have their safari excursions, where you can do those little private safari tours I mentioned earlier. I'm probably not going to have time for this since I did go on the tram ride today. Alright, you see more signs that head to Tiger Trail, Walkabout Australia, and then the Condor Ridge. I'm going on this pathway. This looks nice. Alright, I've got the Tool Family Tiger Trail. I like this. It's a real nice bamboo forest. Looks super impressive. Got a nice tiger statue. Alright, so over here I just noticed a bunch of carvings on these bamboo trees. So do not ever do this to a living tree, especially if it's at a zoo, because it's very, very ignorant, because you can see people's names and initials have been carved on trees. So don't ever do this if you are at a zoo. Alright, there we go. I do see the habitat for the tiger. Also, I'm going to go down this little area here. Okay, so you got this small little trail here that gives you a nice look at the tiger. Alright, we got Sumatran tiger. There we go. So I don't see the tiger anywhere, looks like, but I am going to try and look for the tiger. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I'm taken by a tiger. This over here looks like this is an additional habitat for the Sumatran tiger. Also, it's got plenty of water to swim in. The poaching problem. That's very, very sad. And stealing the heart of the forest. That's really cool. The water from this habitat goes right underneath the bridge, and it actually goes right into this habitat here. There's some very important info here. Take a look. Just from over here, I can see the Sumatran tigers right there. Looks like he's having a cat nap. We could see because of all the fencing in the way. Trying to get it to clear up. Yeah, there you go. Now you can see the got blurred up. Yeah, so there's a lower glass viewing there, so hopefully I'll get a clear view of the tiger from down there. Another view of the secondary habitat for the tiger. It's wonderful. I'm gonna go in here. Here is called the Sambutan Longhouse. Over here we got another nice view of the secondary habitat. You can see there's actually 2 tigers in this habitat.
Sumatran tigers are critically endangered. There's
Really cute.
There's about.
Yes, you also got this nice little gift shop here, looks like. Nice. So, are these younger ones?
This is about 5 months old.
Oh.
And that's her mother.
Oh. So it's a mother and cub.
Yep.
Cute.
That's Barong the cub, and mom is Jillian. She's about 12 years old.
Looks like she's just waking up.
Life is good. These are some.
A closer look at the
This is a
mama tiger.
Mom is Jillian. She's about 12
Yes, it's a mom and son tiger. This is the mother,
here. That's the son, Barong.
kind of laying on her back. Alright, so from down here, I got a much more clear view of the first Sumatran tiger I saw earlier. It's like he's having a cat nap. Alright, so on this side, you get another really nice view of the tigers. Tracking tigers. Alright, I'm gonna go behind this little waterfall here. That's really cool. Yeah, so I do see a little door there, so it's possible this might be a third habitat for the tiger. Fighting against the odds. Yeah, so over there is the Toll Family Tiger Trail. So now that I've completed the Tiger Trail, I'm now going to head in this direction here to the Australia Walkabout. Alright, there we go. Walkabout Australia. Alright, there we go. Don't really know what's in here, but I'm going to find out very soon. Yeah, don't really see anything in here yet. I'm guessing this is where they have some of their marsupials, so hopefully we'll be able to see them soon. Nice stuff here. Rules rule. And extinction. Yes, I'm gonna go inside here.
One sheep.
Yes, the animals in here are free roaming. It's nice. Kangaroo or wallaby. So we're going to see western gray kangaroo and magpie goose. So I do not see the kangaroos anywhere. I'm going to try and find them. Oh, this looks super nice. Got a nice little pond there. This is super fantastic. From over here I do see one of the animals. It looks kind of like a wallaby, so I don't think it's the kangaroo, so yeah, it looks a little small to be a kangaroo, so I think that's the wallaby. Didn't find a sign for it, but I do know it's a wallaby. And there is the magpie goose. Alright, so there actually are a bunch of kangaroos. Yes, they're all laying down here, looks like. Yeah, I can see that one there. And you got a nicer view of them from over here. Then we got two more of them out in the open here. Very cool animals. We have a view of that little water stream there. Looks super nice. Yeah, so the water goes right underneath the bridge here, right onto this side, into that little pond area. Wonderful. So the kangaroos and wallabies got all this space for them, just a free roaming area for them. Yeah, this is wonderful. And what makes them marsupial? Yeah, as you can see, that's the area I was just in. Nice. Alright, I'm about to come into the platypus habitat. Unique and elusive. And these are venomous animals. Platypus characteristics. An underwater expert. Alright, we got platypus. Alright, there we go. Oh, I do see the platypus. It was just swimming right there. Don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but it is there. Oh yeah, you can see it right up there. Very cool. Alright, you see the other platypus on the log. Yeah, you should be able to see it. It's right there. There's two of them in here. So is this the male or female?
That's the female.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is the female platypus, and the one we saw swimming around was the male. There's two platypuses in here. Very, very cool.
On the log, on the back. She's sitting on the log.
So it's very cool how there are only two different platypuses outside of Australia, out of the whole world. And they're both right here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. That's very cool. Yeah, so the male is just swimming around. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, it's kind of swimming around. Alright, so that was very cool getting to see the platypuses. Hopefully you were able to see it on camera, because like I said, it was very, very dark in there because these animals are nocturnal, but luckily I was able to see it well on camera because there was two of them, because there was the male and female, because the male was sort of like swimming around everywhere and the female was resting on a log. So yeah, I got to see both platypuses, and that's very, very cool how the San Diego Zoo Safari Park is the only zoo in America to have two platypuses outside of Australia. A life-giving resource. So normally we would see a Raja shell duck and freckled duck in this habitat. But unfortunately it says it's off habitat today, so I'm sorry I did not get to show it to you today. Trouble on the tree tops. Lending a hand. We got Matchie's tree kangaroo. Alright, you see the tree kangaroo. Up in the trees. Really cool. Yeah, it's just an upper view of that pond that usually has the two different types of ducks, which unfortunately are off habitat. Yeah, but it looks like they got plenty of water for them to swim in. So the pathway from Australia takes you right this way towards the Condor Ridge. Alright, so apparently usually in that building there's where they have their cassowary, but unfortunately apparently the cassowary habitat, or the trail that leads to the cassowary, is closed off because they are having some sort of private event later today. So I'm sorry I did not get to show you the cassowary, but I still got to see everything else in the Australia section. Wow, this looks beautiful. This looks like a very beautiful area I'm coming into. Now we've got Condor Ridge. I'm following the pathway. It's a nice little garden here. A lot of cactuses. Because as I was coming out of Arizona yesterday, I saw a lot of cactuses. It's like a super beautiful area. Wow. And over here it gives you another fantastic view of the plains area, or the section that would have where they do their safari tours. It's beautiful. And some more cactuses here. So whenever you're coming through this area, I do recommend you be extremely cautious, as there are rattlesnakes. So yeah, I definitely recommend you be careful whenever you come through here, just in case there are any rattlesnakes. Alright, we got desert bighorn sheep. Wow, this is an awesome habitat. It's like most of them are in the shade. Also got one here by itself. Marvels of survival. So it tells you how big a sheep's horn will usually get at which age. Up with the sun. Evidence of bighorn. I see you. The boys are back in town. Down for the count. And saving endangered desert bighorn sheep. These are all the condors they have here. Alright, do you see the California condor? It's right up close here. That's cool. More information about condor colors. There's a second California condor. It's a cool bird. And the California condors have a very good sized habitat for them. It's very, very large. Wow. This is very beautiful. Kind of see the little area there that has all the different animals. This is super beautiful. Micro trash and lead. Thunderbirds. It's a California condor puppet. California condor eggs. So you choose the different feathers of 3 different birds. The feather of a California condor, Western Harris's hawk feather, and a Anna's hummingbird feather. Here are points, scrapping, grinding, and chopping tools. Hope you can see it with all the reflection on the glass. Kermeye pottery. Yeah. This is very, very beautiful. Got an astonishing view up here. Super beautiful. So I'm now gonna head back on the trail here. So I'm now gonna head on this pathway here. Yeah, this is super beautiful. So I think there's actually 2 different sections of the little savanna area there. I got the African savanna, and then there's the Asian plains on that side there. Beautiful. Information about buckwheat, medicine tea. A very, very beautiful area. Like I said, I'm super impressed with the layout here. So in this habitat we got San Clemente loggerhead shrike. western burrowing owl, and desert tortoise. I see the tortoise is walking by there, or walking away.
The owl's in the back.
So the owl is actually in the back. I almost didn't see it. So the owl's right there. It's the western burrowing owl.
Yeah,
But the only bird I don't see in here is the loggerhead shrike. Alright, so from over here, the worker pointed out to me, and the shrike is on top of that cactus. Nice. Conserving California critters. We got Harris's hawk. Fortunately, this is also off habitat. This is the information about them. Harris's hawk has a wonderful habitat, and sadly, I'm not going to be able to show it to you. Okay, gray-winged trumpeter. And there's the bird. It's a wonderful bird, looks like. Also got a second one in the nest. Got Toto toucan. Alright. Trying to find the toucan. Alright, so I don't really see the Toto toucan anywhere, so hopefully I'll be able to have time to check back here later, because it's a very, very big zoo, so I'm gonna try to come back here later during my rewalk. We got a northern bald eagle. Yes, from over here, you can see there's the bald eagle. It's a cool bird. Oh, making some noises. These birds can't fly. And that's usually the reason why we usually see bald eagles at zoos. And since they can't fly, that means they are injured. And with an injured wing, that means they cannot survive out in the wild. That's a fantastic bird. It's got a thick-billed parrot. Alright, so I just heard them squawk. Oh, they're still squawking. Right there. We got another one. There's also a third one, but it just flew into the tree somewhere. Or flew into the tree somewhere. Oh, that's super cool. This over here is a lower viewing for the area where we saw the kangaroos. Yeah, you can see the western gray kangaroos in the back walking. And partners in conservation. And community-based conservation. And cooperative conservation. Bighorn sheep, desert tortoise, California condor, mountain yellow-legged frog, and light-footed clapper rail, the fashion of the day. From plunder to protection. Coastal sage scrub. And the sign's a little sun bleached, but you should be able to see it. Tidal salt marsh. From that direction is where I saw Condor Ridge, so now I'm gonna head now in this direction to back towards the front and start doing my rewalk. Yes, that's the Australia Outback where I just was earlier. Now going back past the Tiger Trail.
And I think it's
Now going back down this pathway when I first came into the Tiger Trail. Alright, so I'm back up near the front of the zoo as this completes my initial walkthrough. Very, very large zoo, so now I'm going to try and do a rewalk. I'm probably not going to have time to rewalk the whole zoo because it's very, very large, so I'm probably just going to go back to the parts of the zoo that are not too far from the entrance and perhaps some of the animals at the Nairobi walk area or by the lagoon. I'm also going to try and get back to the Condor Ridge because there was the Toko toucan that was not out, so I'm gonna try and go back to as many animals as I can, and hopefully I'll be able to see everything that was not out this morning. Alright, I'm back at the dwarf mongoose and he is now out. This is also one of the animals that was not out the first time. Very cute animal. So I always recommend if there's an animal you didn't see the first time, be sure to go back a second time or sometimes multiple times if it's an animal you really want to see. I'm back at the Mombasa Lagoon. Got that really gorgeous waterfall. So I did see a lot of mallard ducks during my walkthrough, so I did see the mallard. But I don't think I saw the black-crowned night heron, because I remember the first time going past the lagoon, I did not see it. So just in case that is what they look like right there. We came out to the sand cat, and he is super cute. Don't remember if he's in the same spot he was in this morning. He's still sleeping, but you can still see them right there, or him right there. Yeah, so in the habitat of the babirusa, you can see there's the mallard duck. Yes, the mallard duck is in here, looks like. All the babiruses are now sleeping, looks like. I'm back at the rhinoceros hornbill. Looks like they're on a different branch now. Yeah, so the hornbills are kind of jumping around all over the place. This one here is kind of like banging on something. That's the nest. Kind of knocking on it. So I'm back at this habitat that has the swan goose and bar-headed goose. But instead, all I see are two mallard ducks swimming in the habitat. Since the geese are not in here, it looks like the ducks are taking advantage of it. So I still do not see the geese anywhere. So this is what the swan goose looks like. And that's what the bar-headed goose looks like. So I'm going to say these are both no-goes for today, because I just don't see them. And of course, I had to come back over to see this gorgeous waterfall one more time. Super beautiful. Yeah, so it goes right into the Mombasa Lagoon. I'm back at the gorillas. Looks like they're sitting up against the wall there.
He weighs about 420 pounds and about 450.
Yeah, so another animal I missed this morning was the red-cheeked gibbon. And apparently I still do not see the red-cheeked gibbon anywhere. Yeah, so I was incorrect. The gibbon is out. The worker pointed to me and the gibbon is right there. You can tell that's the male because of its black fur, and usually it's the females that have much more gold or tan fur. Oh, climbing down. Or maybe he's just swinging around. And if you kind of see him moving around. I'm very glad I got to see the red-cheeked gibbon today. I'm showing you the map again so you can see where I'm at. So I'm right back over here by the African woods, because I remember there was, I believe there were some animals in this area that I want to try and get back to, because I think there was the greater kudu that wasn't out. Also did not see one of the two vultures. So I'm probably going to go back through this area and check out the African outpost, and then I'm going to try and get back to the Toko toucan that's up in this area, the zoo, because the Condor Ridge is pretty far away from the entrance, so hopefully I'll be able to get back to this area here to see if the Toko toucan is out. I'm back at the Nubian Somerang's gazelle. Looks like they're all standing up. Before they were all laying down, but now it looks like they're standing up. You know, the other one's over there. Alright, so another animal that was not out this morning was the greater kudu. Yeah, do you see the greater kudu? That's the male because of its really large horns. Yeah, that's the male right there. There's actually a female on the back. Yeah, because that's the female greater kudu because it does not have any horns like the males do. So I'm back at this habitat that has the two species of vultures. So I remember I saw the Egyptian vulture, and there also was the hooded vulture, but now I do not see the Egyptian vulture anywhere, and I still don't see the hooded vulture anywhere. Oh, yeah. This is what the hooded vulture looks like because I don't really see it anywhere.
What I'm gonna do?
So I'm gonna call this a no-go for today. I'm back at the okapi. Whoop, just turned his back at me. Sorry about the rear end view. Oh no, he's turning around. He turned around. Yeah, it looks like the okapi's still pacing back and forth in the same spot he was in this morning. Got a really nice view of the okapi from this side. It's a fantastic animal. So southern gerenuk just came up close. Hi there, buddy. How are you? Oh, they are super cute animals. Yeah, you are so cute. You're really, really cute. Oh, I didn't see it, but there's a younger one. Yeah, it looks like there's a younger gerenuk eating with the adults. Yeah, so that's the male gerenuk. I can tell because of its horns, and the ones that do not have horns are the females. Yeah, so what's really cool is that the okapi also does have misters in its habitat to keep them nice and cool. Even though it's not very hot today, it still has misters in there to keep them nice and cool. Yeah, so gerenuk are absolutely adorable. They're super cute animals. But I do not see the red flank duiker anywhere. Luckily I got a very nice, decent view of it this morning. And there goes the younger gerenuk. Oh, he is super cute, or she is super cute. Don't know if it's a boy or girl, but it's really adorable. I came back to see the Abyssinian ground hornbills. Looks like they've moved a little. And there's the second one. It's the first one. Really nice looking birds. Alright, so there's now 2 Red River hogs. Before I only saw 1, but now there's 2 Red River hogs. Do love the Red River hogs. Once I'm back at this habitat, it's the habitat that has the cheetah and the dog. And I did not see the dog on my first walk, and I still don't see the dog anywhere, but luckily I got a nice view of the cheetah from the tram ride, but I still don't see the dog anywhere. I'm sure you have all seen a dog before, but just in case you've never seen this particular type of dog, or if you don't have this type of dog as a pet, that is what they look like. Yes, from out there you can kind of see the giraffes out there. Yeah, some giraffes out there. Yeah, so another animal that was not out before was the lions. I can't remember for sure if I saw the lions very briefly as I was heading back into the station on the tram ride or not, but I do not see the lions right now. Alright, so over here is the other side view of the lions that's blocked off, but yeah, apparently I do not see the lions anywhere, and the doors are closed, so I'm guessing the lions went back inside. So this is what they look like. I'm sure most of you have seen a lion before, but just in case you haven't, or if you've never seen the movie Lion King before, that's what they look like. Alright, so I just looked at the time and it's almost 4:15 and the zoo is closing at 5 o'clock. And apparently around 4 p.m., or about an hour before the zoo closes, is when they start putting the animals away. So I'm going to try and get back to the Toko toucan. Hopefully the Toko toucan will be out. But just in case it won't be out, I apologize ahead of time because like I said, since around 4 o'clock before the zoo closes is when they start putting the animals away into their nighttime enclosures. Over here I can see there's a mallard duck. I don't know for sure if that's a female mallard duck or if it's a completely different, but yeah, the color of its feet is the same as a mallard, so I think that's a female mallard duck. And this is the male mallard. Yeah, so I do like the mallards. These are actually my favorite type of duck. Very gorgeous duckies. So because since the Toko toucans and the Condor Ridge, and the Condor Ridge is a little bit far from the front of the zoo, I don't think I'm going to have time to get back to that area. So I'm very, very sorry I could not show you the Toko toucan today. So I'm afraid that's going to be a no-go for today. So I'm very, very sorry I did not have enough time to go back to that area to see if the Toko toucan was out, since it's already after 4 o'clock and the zoo is closing very soon. I'm back at the bat-eared fox. Looks like he's now sleeping. Really cute. The second one's now back there. You can see there's his ears poking up. We got the Safari Outfitters. It's actually a gift shop here. Probably not going to buy anything, but I'm just going to give you a brief look at it. Alright, another animal I didn't see this morning was the salmon-crested cockatoo. I do see the bird is out. Luckily, this was right at the front of the zoo, so I had plenty of time to come back to this bird. It's a very magnificent bird. Alright everybody, that is going to complete my visit to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park near San Diego, California. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had such a fantastic time at this zoo today. It was so amazing. Very, very large zoo because like I said, I was unable to go back to every single animal I saw, but luckily I was able to go back and I saw the red-cheeked gibbon. Only animal I don't think I saw was the Toko toucan, so also did not see the hooded vulture, but luckily I saw everything else. I got to go on the tram ride. That was very, very fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I saw a lot of great, amazing animals because it got the new Elephant Valley habitat coming up very, very soon. It was very, very fun. I enjoyed every minute of it. The weather today was very, very nice. It was very nice and sunny. There was no rain today. I really enjoyed this place a lot. Leave some comments down below what was your favorite animal that I saw today. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I go to zoos and aquariums all around the United States. I usually try to visit a new state every year. I've been to over 100 zoos across the US, so if you do like zoos, I do recommend you check out my Zoo Tab playlist. I also have been to several different aquariums around the US. I upload a new video every Saturday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, so I thank everyone for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye!